Right now it's 6 o'clock. 2 more people have been shot and killed overnight in Hartford. We'll tell you what we know so far about that shooting.
Authorities in Meriden investigating a crime spree involving stolen cars. How police caught up to the suspected thieves.
Also, millions of dollars stolen from one local school district. It was all done online. We'll tell you how officials say hackers gained access to the money.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning, sunshine. 6 o'clock on a Friday. We have a beautiful sunrise in the works here. It's going to be a bright and beautiful day out there. Thank you for joining us. I'm Symphony Privet.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yeah, still waiting to see if that sun peeks out from behind one of those buildings there in silhouette. In the meantime, let's get over to meteorologist Matt Scott.
Didn't it do it yesterday?
Yes, it was perfect.
And it was almost like a version of Manhattan Henge, if you know what that is, where you see the sun just go right up through the big skyscrapers. We may see that. If we see it, we'll share it with you. Good morning to you. Friday's a beaut. Love the way we wrap up the work week, but we are under a weather watch alert for tomorrow. We are watching the potential for some strong storms popping through. The weekend, however, not a washout. We'll talk about that coming up. Looking good here, but look off to the west. I mean, nothing to worry about today, but there's your trouble already for tomorrow, moving into Wisconsin and Illinois. Temperatures, not bad. 67 degrees in Hartford, 69 in New Haven, but dig these dew points. Now down to the mid-50s in the Litchfield Hills. Loving that. And the rest of the numbers still a little high in New Haven. We will see that drop over the course of the day. So a fantastic day to be outside. Lunch, dinner, snack, whatever you need to eat. Or, you know, if you just want to go outside and not eat, that's fine too. Temperatures getting into the low 80s. Can you tell I'm hungry? Great start, great middle, great finish. We'll talk about that potential trouble coming up. Can we get me some coffee and some donuts? If we get some, I'll share them with you, Rachel.
Keith brought donuts in from yesterday.
I know, but they're a day old.
So?
That's true. That's never stopped us before.
A day old. So good. All right, it's 6:02. Moving on. Not many incidents out on the roads this morning, so good news there. We have some road work that's already wrapping up this morning, so no major delays to report. We do have to tell you about this road closure over in Bristol this morning. Both directions closed between Church Street and Route 69 West Street. This is due to some police activity in the area. Over in New Haven, both directions running smoothly on 91 heading towards the I-95 interchange. Over in Milford, that road work has wrapped up for the morning, and we have rather light volume. In and out of the capital city this morning, Jennings Road looking pretty good, so no major delays to report there. We'll take a peek at your drive times coming up.
Okay, thank you. We do have breaking news in Hartford right now. Police said 2 people have been shot and killed.
Yeah, officers responding to the area of Park and Hazel Streets late last night. And that's where we find Fox 61's Brooke Griffin joining us with what we know so far. Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning to you both. Now, as we have confirmed with Hartford police that 2 people have died, they have been shot and killed. Now, this is here on Park Street between Sisson and Orange Street. They have had this closed now for several hours at this point this morning. Now, it is important to note that this is the 5th shooting within Hartford and West Hartford within just the past week. 6 people total have been killed in these shootings. Hartford police have not said whether or not any of them at all are related. That is, of course, something that they're always looking into. That is what we talked to them about yesterday when we were talking about the Barber Street shooting that happened on Wednesday night. Now, they do again have this area closed off. They are investigating heavily kind of up the street from where we are now. They are focusing in on an area in front of the new corner deli and grocery. That is right at Hazel Street. So this is a very large scene, a lot of yellow tape, a lot of police officers, a very heavy police presence in this area. But we are still waiting to learn what exactly led up to this shooting. Again, we do know that 2 people have been shot and killed. We don't know anything about the victims at this time. We are still waiting to hear a lot more information, but we are going to be talking to Hartford police within just the next few minutes. It looks like we will be able to have a lot more information for you within the next hour or so. But for now, again, if you do have to come to Park Street or in this area, stay away from the Hazel Street, Orange Street, and Sisson Avenue. They do have that closed off at this time. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you. We have breaking news out of Bristol this morning. Police said a 17-year-old is in critical condition after being stabbed repeatedly. Police said they were called to School Street between North Main and West Streets just before 11 o'clock last night. Now, they haven't said who the victim is or who stabbed him, but said the victim was flown to a hospital for emergency surgery. Police said that part of School Street will be closed for much of the morning today. Now, Vernon police are scheduled to give an update at 9:30 this morning on a stolen car crime spree that they say spans the state. They did say they've arrested 5 people so far. They said one of those stolen cars crashed into a Meriden police cruiser as detectives were chasing it last night. And the detectives ultimately found 2 guns in that car. Then they said in a separate incident, police said people were using stolen cars to swerve at officers and pedestrians. And officers later found 3 of those stolen cars in Hartford Park. Police said thieves set one of them on fire and then left in the other 2.
Former Yukon star DJ Hernandez, the brother of the late Aaron Hernandez, heads back to court today, this time to face a federal judge. Hernandez was federally charged following his arrest last month. Police say he had been plotting to carry out shootings at his alma mater, Yukon, and at Brown University, where he previously coached. He's currently charged with interstate threatening and stalking. A corrections officer is under arrest, charged in a drug investigation at the New Haven Correctional Center. Police say Christopher Nicholas Cosa of Cheshire is accused of smuggling drugs into the prison with the intent to sell them to inmates. His bail is set at $750,000. The Department of Corrections says Cosa is no longer an employee. Now, DOC Commissioner Angel Quiros said in part, quote, "There is zero tolerance for any action that could place our facilities at risk. We will hold any individual who jeopardizes the safety and security of our operations accountable to the fullest extent of the law," end quote. Now, the mother of a 2-year-old boy who died by falling out of their apartment window will not be in court again until next month. Tabitha Frank appearing in court for a brief hearing yesterday. She's charged with manslaughter and risk of injury to a child. Just a few weeks ago, her toddler Cornelius Williams died after falling out of the window from the family's 3rd-floor apartment. A heartbreaking story here. The toddler and his siblings, all under the ages of 12, were home alone while their mother worked.
Well, today, a man accused of killing a woman in Vernon is expected to enter a plea in court. 23-year-old Abdul Mboob of Manchester is facing several charges, including murder. Of course, that's stemming from the death of 22-year-old Anastasia Paul. Police said she was found dead inside her apartment in Vernon last month. Well, the Connecticut Coalition Against Domestic Violence is going to announce a new partnership today with the Boys and Girls Club of Hartford. They're teaming up to raise more awareness of how to have healthy relationships. Organizers said the Hartford Department of Families, Children, Youth, and Recreation is also going to get some training to that end in the future. Remember, help is available 24/7. If you or someone you know needs support, needs to get away from an abusive relationship, you can call that number on your screen right now. It is 800-799-7233. Sorry, we're missing the 2 there. Also, you can text the word START to 88788.
3 people are facing charges this morning after a rental car worker over at Bradley Airport was hit by a car. Now, state police say a man tried to use a phony ID to rent a car on Wednesday. They say he got into a car and took off. He hit an SUV, causing it to hit a Hertz worker. That worker suffered minor injuries. Police caught the driver when he tried to ram the exit gate system in the parking lot. Police arrested Michael Dunton, Nicole Dupice, and David Frattini Jr. Police in Windsor Locks warning of several car break-ins this week. Officers say thieves took the tires off 2 cars over at the Fairfield end. Officers then went to the Holiday Inn Express, where they found a car with smashed windows, the glove box opened, and items thrown around the car. They say similar thefts happen in other towns as well.
Internet thieves managed to steal $6 million from New Haven schools. Police said it started back in May. They said hackers got access to the email account of the school's chief operating officer. Then they waited for an opportunity.
This was a case where someone quite clearly had access to his email and was watching, and then inserted themselves at a time when there was the potential approval for payment.
The FBI has recovered $3.6 million of the stolen money. Agents are still trying to find the rest and who stole it. In the meantime, Danbury Public Schools also reported a data security breach of its network where faculty and staff information may have been compromised. Well, the Connecticut State Police Union has voted no confidence in State Police Commissioner James Rovella and Deputy Commissioner Stavros Malekis. That vote was held during an emergency meeting that was called last night. Union leaders said there was a lack of trust. They also said they're upset over the commissioner, in their words, not standing up for the troopers amidst an ongoing investigation into accusations that troopers falsified tens of thousands of tickets over the course of the last decade.